Good day, ladies and gents. These are the guidelines I followed to lose 3 kilograms in 2.5 weeks. Number one, eat only when you're hungry. So, not when you're sad, not when you're lonely, not when you're bored, not when you're watching Netflix or watching a YouTube video, only when you're hungry. Now, how do you know? How can you differentiate? One thing you can do to help apply this rule is to not think about food at all. Don't worry about your food. Focus on the chores that you need to finish throughout the day. Focus on your work, and your body will let you know when you need to eat. You're going to get hungry. So when you get hungry, you can go ahead and eat. Point number two, whenever I do eat, I never eat till I'm full. So when I eventually get hungry throughout the day and I decide, okay, it's time for a meal, I eat pretty much whatever I want. I'll get into that later, but so I eat, but then I never eat till I'm full. I'll always leave the dinner table or I'll leave the meal, whatever, or I'll put just enough so that by the time I'm done, I still want a little bit more, just a little bit more. That's when I'll stop eating. And then like 10 minutes after that, you're not gonna feel that, that little bit of hunger that you had left, that'll go away. So that's point number two. Point number three is to always stay hydrated. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be constantly sipping water throughout the day. And I wouldn't recommend that because you'll be taking a lot of bathroom breaks if you do that. And it's really going to disrupt your workflow or, whatever you have going on. But the way I approach this is pretty much the way I approach my food intake. I listen to my body. When I'm thirsty, I don't procrastinate and say I'll just drink later or whatever. I don't ignore those signals. If I feel dryness in my mouth, I'm thirsty. I know I'm thirsty. My body is letting me know that I need to drink, so I go ahead and drink. So it's really that simple. And you could sort of like support yourself as well by like drinking with a meal. So have at least a glass of water with every meal. If you do that, that'll ensure that you're getting enough throughout the day. So that's point number three. Point number four is to eat from a variety of food groups. So make sure you're getting your dairy in, your grains, your fruits, your veggies, your nuts, your protein sources like eggs, chicken, meat. Make sure that every single day you're getting a variety of different foods. I'd recommend as a minimum to have at least 2 servings of fruit, different servings of fruit. So let's say a banana and an apple every day. And 1 serving of vegetables, say a salad every day as a minimum. And besides that, obviously, it'll be good to have at least 1 protein source a day. So for lunch, have like half a chicken, or these are general guidelines, Again, it really comes back to listening to your body, because your body will let you know. If you're in tune with your body, you'll know when you need to have fruit. You'll know when you need to have meat and chicken. Yeah, that's it really. It does take a bit of experience to know how to listen to your body and to be able to understand what your body needs. But it does come with practice. So, and if you have any questions surrounding this, just leave them down below in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you. Point number 5 is to avoid sugary snacks and drinks. It's a bit of a no-brainer, right? And you might think that the main reason this is because, typically snacks that have a high sugar content, they're usually loaded with calories, right? And that is one factor, but actually the main factor that I advocate, and I list this as a guideline to avoid sugary snacks and drinks, is because of the addictive component. I honestly view sugar as a drug, And when you're hooked onto that stuff, it's not going to help you eat when you're hungry. Like I explained with the first point, you're gonna develop a really unhealthy relationship with those type of snacks. Whenever you're feeling down, you're gonna go for that easy fix, and that's definitely gonna impact your health and fitness goals. So I'm not saying that you can never enjoy these snacks ever again, but I would say initially it's good to do like a bit of a sugar cleanse and cut them out, and then you can slowly reintroduce them into your diet. I'd recommend keeping them for like nights out, but even if you want to have them at home, it's fine. It's just that you want to break that cycle if it exists, especially if you're someone that has a tendency to go for those type of snacks. Break that cycle initially. Just do a complete sugar cleanse, and then you can slowly reintroduce it into your diet. And then hopefully, you if you have that mindset and you start viewing these things as like, they're drug like and they're very addictive. That's gonna help you kind of minimize that intake as well, and it's gonna stop you from like binging like you used to in the past. Because if you do that, obviously, needless to say, the calories are going to pile up and you're definitely not going to lose weight. You're going to gain weight. Guideline number 6 is to fast. Fast often. The way I do it, or the way I recommend it, is to fast on and off if you can. So one day on, one day off. If that's too much for you, you could try fasting a minimum of 2 days a week, or say 10 days a month. They don't have to be in a row. They could just be scattered throughout the month. The way I do it is the way I fast is the Islamic way. So basically, I'll fast from dawn to sunset, and that fast includes, so basically no water even. So no food, no water, no drink, nothing. Complete fast. And that's worked wonders for me as well in terms of my weight loss, along with the other guidelines that I've mentioned and I'm mentioning. And as for my frequency, it's basically I fast Mondays, Thursdays, and the 3 middle days of every lunar month. So that comes out to be around 10 days per month. And yeah, honestly, like whilst I'm fasting, I'm telling you, I could, again, maybe it's just because I'm really into my body. I could feel my body burning fat, melting it off. I could feel it. So I can't recommend it enough. Fasting has a ton of benefits, and weight loss is one of them. So highly recommend that you start incorporating fasts into your weekly routines, if you will. And the last guideline I have for you guys today is to walk more often. Start off with 30 minutes a day. It doesn't even have to be consecutive. You could do 10 minutes every 3 hours, as long as you're doing at least 30 minutes a day. We're all living sedentary lives, most of us anyways. And trust me, all it takes is to just be a little bit more active. I'm not saying you have to go and sprint every day or do a marathon every month or whatever. You don't need to. You really don't. Weight loss is simple. It's just about being consistent and dedicated. 30 minutes a day, it does take discipline and consistency to do that, but it's the best thing you're going to be able to do. It's a lot easier on you than going on sprints or, even jogs every day, or, you know what I mean? You don't need to do that. Just stick to walking every day. That's all it's going to take. Minimum of 30 minutes, build up to an hour and a half. Initially, 30 minutes is going to be enough. And like anything else, it's just about upping that baseline, So if you're completely sedentary, 30 minutes is going to be perfect for you. Once you build a bit of fitness, you're going to have to push yourself a little bit harder to lose more weight and get more fit, right? It's just how it is. It's how it is with everything, right? So yeah, 30 minutes, and then you can build up to an hour, and then up to an hour and a half. And I think once you get to that level, you're gonna be fit. That's all you need for the general population. It's gonna be beautiful. If you're an athlete, that's a different story. You're gonna have to go even harder. But yeah, so that's it, you guys, for today. These are the 7 guidelines I've followed to go down from 96.7 kgs to 93.6 in 2.5 weeks, 17 days to be exact. So it's worked wonders for me, and let's see how far this intuitive mindful approach is going to take me. My ultimate goal is to be 87 kilograms at around 12% body fat. The next milestone from here is to hit 90 kgs, and I've not seen that number in a long time. So let's see how far it takes me. I'm going to keep you guys posted. I am very confident that I'm going to be able to get there using this approach. It's intuitive, and is this the only way to lose weight? Obviously not. There's like a gazillion ways to lose weight, but is it the best and most optimal? I would argue very hard that it is, yes, because very simple guidelines, very simple guidelines. No calorie counting, no obsessive, like weighing of food, no crazy restrictions, going on this fat diet or that fat diet, paleo, keto, no sugar, no fruits, you know what I mean? Like carnivore diet. no meat diet. I mean, which would you rather have? I mean, every approach is going to have its pros and cons, and I genuinely believe that the approach that I'm giving you right now, these guidelines, it's just going to be the best out there, out of the bunch. And I think it's going to be the most sustainable as well, definitely. So maybe other approaches will have you losing weight faster in the short term, but most likely you're not going to be able to stay on these crazy diets for long, and you're going to eventually put that weight back on. So this approach I'm giving you is sustainable, and yeah, best of luck with it. Any questions that you might have, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please do like, share, and comment. It helps the channel grow, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. All the best, you guys. Take care. Peace.